second part of the series on an introduction to spiritual development. The guide, the method is not complete, but at this point, for most people, it will do a lot for you. It identifies 3 key aspects that you can address in your life, that anybody can address in their life. And by addressing all 3 of these aspects, you can elevate your consciousness, your awareness, and set yourself on a path of constant progression, a sure-footed path to progress, combined with 3 other aspects to consider to these 3 elements. So these 3 elements are nutrition, body work, and mindfulness. Now, depending on how you go about each of these relates to how far you're going on your spiritual development path. For example, let's look at nutrition. If you say you're eating organic foods to try and detox your body and clear your mind, that will only go so far if you haven't excluded harming animals in your nutrition plan, harming other sentient beings unnecessarily for your pleasure. It's a realization that it's quite hard for a lot of people to get about nutrition. Part of that is linked to mindfulness. Because of the lack of mindfulness, there's the lack of awareness of harm being done, harm that is being asked for. So it's a case of just eating things that are organic necessarily. And probably it might be more important to exclude the willful suffering of animals. But you see, if you combine the cleansing of the body, the mind, with clean foods, that is food without additives, food that is not distorted or broken down like with microwaves, if you eat foods that are organic or close enough organic, and fruit can go some way towards being clean for your body without necessarily being organic. We're getting food that is cleaned and filtered through the earth and through the plants. And mostly they can be good unless they've been horrendously treated by farmers. So eating clean food, like fruit, foods that are compassionate. Because you need to understand that what's going on in here, what you're choosing in here, is affecting your life, is affecting your path. There is some system in place in this universe that fully understands your choices, your awareness or lack thereof. I can go more into nutrition later. Let's go into the other elements. Body work. Body work. That includes physically being able to be fit, because you need to be able to do work in this world. That's physical work. And if you're tired all the time, if you can't move, it's hard for you to do work. It's hard for you to move forward. It's hard for you to give. So you need to be physically healthy. Included in body work is understanding and development of your subtle anatomy. You can look at yoga, you can look at Reiki. It's about chakras. It's about energy flow within your body. Look at Qigong. Okay? If you have the capacity to learn for yourself, I'm giving you everything that you need right now to get going. If you can do it on your own. If you can't, there's more help coming. The chakras, when you understand them, when you understand how to develop them, it can open up a lot of things for you. In your mentality, in your heart, in your relation to other people, in your voice, in your communication to others, to enable transformation, not just with your body and body work, but with your voice. What the voice expresses needs to come down. From your higher nature. And that's where we start talking about working on opening your third eye. And opening your ethereal consciousness. So it's physical body, it's ethereal body. All this is body work. The third is mindfulness. Now there isn't any particular order for these three to be occurring. And what is obvious is that people are working on, say, one or two of these things. Few people are working on three of these things. Few people have efficient practical methods for developing and advancing on all three. This is just a heads up. If you want to get into all three, and really surge ahead in your spiritual development. Because make no mistake, you are your only salvation. So the third, mindfulness. A lot of people confuse mindfulness with having the mind full of things. It's not that. Mindfulness, well, let me say it, as I understand mindfulness, and as I've heard understood, as I understand others have understood mindfulness, it's about the mind not wanting, because the mind is full. And it's not wanting because it is, taking lots of things in. It's at rest, it's at peace. If you're talking about hunger, you're talking about satiation. So it's like a satiated mind. But really, it's not that much to do with hunger. You see, once you reach a point of mindfulness, a point of clarity, really deep clarity and peace of mind within yourself, then comes in the realization of everything that is happening around. Because that peace, that complete mindfulness, is the start of understanding the bliss and joy that can be found within. And when we find that peace and bliss within, suddenly, the outside world, the environment, starts to look like you need to do some work. You need to look at yourself and how you are affecting the world, how you are disrupting the peace and mindfulness that is available to all beings. And reaching that point of mindfulness, known in India and Sanskrit culture as Vipassana, when you reach that point, that is just the start. Like I said, when you reach that point, you suddenly realize there is work to be done on yourself and in your environment. One of the key things there, so one of the key things you need to work on for mindfulness, to get to mindfulness and to actually get through all stages, is humility, understanding what's gone wrong, why things are going wrong, what you're doing that needs to change. Understanding that what one is doing at some point needs to change. That takes humility. One of my favorite stories about humility is Caravaggio's David and Goliath painting. You can search it, look up the story. There's been fantastically documented and recorded. I do advise everyone We look into Caravaggio's painting of David and Goliath and how that came about. So there is humility that is required to enter and advance through spiritual development. This isn't a place or a path where you get things instantly right. This isn't instantly right, okay? I know this. I'm doing what I can. I'm doing my best for you. Anyway, we have those three elements: nutrition, mindfulness, and body work. No particular order. If you started to start looking at the third, and if you're, don't keep looking at those three areas and how to improve them. I'll go into more detail about how those three can be improved. Now, the three aspects that also need to be considered for spiritual development.
No snooker or anything today?
Self-love.
Snooker.
Self-worth. Self-respect. Because we are living in a world where things manifest according to our vibration. And to improve our vibration, yes, we do all those spiritual work in those three areas. But in order for things to get traction and to move forward for ourselves, we need to understand self-love, self-worth, self-respect. Then our efforts can gain traction with the world, the universe, because it understands that in manifesting things in accordance with self-love, self-worth, and self-respect, manifestations are worth presenting. Otherwise, they can be wasted. So, there you have it, the three elements: nutrition, body work, mindfulness. Three aspects: self-love, self-worth, self-respect. I will be providing a document for all of you to share. I urge you to register with Active Massive. There's plenty more information and support coming your way. If you would like to see that provided faster, thank you. You can support Active Massive through donations, and we can speed this up for everyone. Thank you.